Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Dodgers Roundup. Today's topic: why don't the Dodgers retaliate for having their stars get hit by pitches season after season? Now, ever since Dave Roberts came in, almost simultaneously, Justin Turner started to become an offensive force to be reckoned with. And just as he started to raise this way, the amount of pitches thrown at him and the amount of times that he's been hit also started to raise. Dave Roberts never had his pitchers retaliate. Now I got to think that individual pitchers have the freedom to retaliate against opposing teams to stick up for their players if that's their prerogative. I got to believe that the Dodger pitchers have it in them to do that, to stick up for their teammates, but they don't. They haven't done it for Justin Turner, and now in this new season, Mookie Betts has become the new target, twice in a week being hit, and being hit in areas that can end your season and possibly end your career. With Mookie starting to show up as the new target, the Dodgers still are not retaliating. Now, I don't want to believe that Dodger pitchers don't want to stick up for their teammates. So the only other option that I see here is Dave Roberts has put an injunction on throwing back at other players. There's a red light, and Roberts won't let his pitchers retaliate. Why not? I don't know. Managers can make an argument that I don't want to throw against other players because we could hurt them. We might end their career possibly. Well, what the heck? What about them throwing at our players? At any point, they could have ended Justin Turner's season back in the past seasons, and now they're throwing at Mookie, and they could end the Dodgers' comeback by killing our star player right at the beginning of the season. You think that that can't affect a season? You bet it will. That said, here's what I think if Roberts would lift that injunction. Here are my thoughts on what Dodger pitchers would retaliate if allowed. Starting off with, of course, the ace, Clayton Kershaw. Well, Kershaw, I got to believe the champion's champion, the Dodgers' Dodger, the ace of the squad, the dean of the pitching staff. I got to believe that Clayton Kershaw would most definitely brush back and put a ball in the thigh or the buttocks of an opposing player to send a message. Yes, I believe he would do it. Next up, Trevor Bauer. To be honest, I don't know a lot about Trevor Bauer and his history, but I gotta think of this. Bauer's got that little thing hanging over his head of new guy on the team and got to establish himself as a good teammate. So I'm going to put the odds on that Trevor Bauer would definitely brush guys back and definitely put them down on the ground if there was a green light that came from Dave Roberts. Okay, next up, Walker Bueller. Bueller seems like he's maybe a tough guy, but I also kind of think that he's egotistical in the sense of only thinking about himself. And I'm not sure how much he would defend the other players on his team. That's my take. I think he's just so egotistical. I'm not saying he's not a good pitcher, he is, but I'm thinking that his ego goes much further for himself than it does for the team. So I'd say even money on Walker Bueller actually sending warnings to the other team. Who have we got next? Julio Diaz. Julio, I gotta lean. It's on the no side. I doubt that he would brush back players or full on no, not hit anyone. I just don't think Julio's there in his mentality or in that point of his career where he would do that. And finally, Dustin May. No way, full on. I don't even know with seasoning if Dustin May would ever be that guy. I just don't see it in him. I don't think he's got the whatever it is that you need. He hasn't got it to knock down players from the other team, or definitely not 100% not to hit somebody on the other team to send a warning. He would let the other pitchers do it on the rotation. He would just say, Skipper, that's not me. I can't do that. So Dustin May, totally no. All right. So there's my take on who I think would retaliate. Once again, I think we're not going to see retaliation because Dave Roberts has a red light on that kind of thing. Personally, I think it's the wrong move. Mookie's going to get tossed at again, and I don't want to see the guy get hurt. I seriously wish that Dave Roberts would green light brush back pitches and put those guys in the dirt and let them know that you don't throw at our team. All right, that's my take. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. As always, peace. Go Dodgers.